So, Tom Dennis, you're the new man at Your Family Tree magazine.
I am indeed.
You're the head. Just show me Your Family Tree magazine. Okay, let's get the product placement out of the way. Right, there you go. A rather trendy magazine to do with family history.
It is indeed.
Okay. Now, you just walked into the Lion's Den about 3 months ago, 4 months ago?
A bit longer? 6 months ago now.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh God, right, yeah. And have you worked out what family history is yet?
Have I worked out my family history?
What family history is, just in general?
It's been a severe crash course. The little that I knew beforehand has been amplified with the help of experts like your good self. And
No, don't ever call me an expert. No, I'm the hired help.
and Anthony and then Paul and everybody else. What's been really nice is that my family my dad's side in particular, haven't actually done much in their family history in the slightest.
Right.
So I've been using my family as a case study.
So you've actually, in parallel,
absolutely,
you've been training yourself up for the job.
It's been fantastic.
Right.
So whenever I hit a brick wall or have a particular problem with any form of records or information, I can send it out with a commission to one of our experts for them to do the hard work for me.
Include this. Very good. And how have you found? I mean, you have only just started Your Family Tree research yourself, haven't you?
Yeah.
As a new world then that you've entered, is it something you've found quite easy to do? Is it something that you've been surprised at how easy or difficult it is? I mean, what's your kind of experience of it?
I'm sure lots and lots of readers and blog viewers will be able to identify with this, but when you start at a thread, it's very easy until you come up against one of those first brick walls. It's an instant reward and instant satisfaction area as well, in so much that if you have a well-documented history and you're unearthing people that you either had a theory about or knew about anyway through your granny talking about or something like that, then it gets confirmed. That's lovely. However, when you do hit that brick wall, that's when I end up reading pages of the magazine, sat at home, trying to actually figure out where I can get this person to. I had my mother's great-grandfather disappeared off to New York for about 6 or 7 years. We managed to discover that he was a serial bigamist while he was away on his travels. Returned to
I haven't read that one in the magazine yet. So have you not written that up
Next
yet?
month's case study. It's surprising how addictive it is.
Yeah.
It's surprising how many facilities and records and research options you have, and how many subscriptions there are, and how much online information is available. But at the same time, you need expert advice in order to sort of empower you, I suppose, and help you get over those little junctures that you always end up.
Well, I suppose in some ways it's almost too easy to do some of the stuff online.
I think it is.
You can make easy mistakes too, can't you?
Absolutely. That's something I've been guilty of myself as well. Verification is a big thing. It was something which only within the last couple of months that I've really started going back over the stuff which I'd taken for granted, and just really sort of like trying to reinforce that, because what I found is that if you make a mistake early on, then it can have terrible consequences the further back you go.
I've been there. And you suddenly have to discard whole lines of ancestry.
There's nothing.
It's always the really interesting ones as well.
They're not yours.
Exactly, damn. So obviously you've taken over the magazine now 6 months or so, and you've just had the 100th issue.
Absolutely, our 100th issue. Yeah.
So you're now officially a centenarian.
We are.
You're looking good for it, Tom.
Thank you.
I'll give you that. How's the magazine itself? You've made a few changes over the last few issues.
Made some minor changes.
What's the big plan?
The big plan, world domination,
with the map and all that.
Well, not only we've had our 100th issue, we also had the 100th issue was our biggest selling issue ever.
Is that right?
The magazine, which was terrific news for us. The print industry and magazines in general aren't doing great, but what's fantastic about working with a magazine like Your Family Tree is it's flying, and we see that as reinforcing what we're doing as being right for our particular readership. Within the last sort of 6 months or so, we've been talking to the readers a lot more. We've been having little, almost laid-back reader panels where we talk to people about what they like, what they don't like, what they want to see more of, what they want to see less of, and they're the sorts of things which we're trying to build on, not only in the next 6, 7 issues, but as a long-term thing. Fundamental to that has been the website and how we've redesigned the website. And that was very gratifying seeing the instant success that something like that can bring. but also the forum in particular. We've got a fantastic forum full of just some of the nicest people that I've ever exchanged emails with. You can go there, you can sign up for free, you can pose a problem, and you'll have half a dozen people suggesting routes for you to take. And it's a lovely thing to see that when you've got a readership that acts as a community together. So that's something which we're looking at, keep encouraging, keep stoking those fires.
I think you're one of the few magazines that has a very active forum. But there's one or two others that do as well.
And I think it's important that, you know, not only do the readers get involved there, but the editorial staff as well. So, you know, we always try and encourage the staff of the magazine and some of the other people in the office to get in there. And it's amazing how often that somebody on another magazine at our particular publishing company at Future will pop upstairs or pop across the hall and say, I've got a bit of a problem with my great-great-grandfather. Could you give me a hand or something? We'll just pick a magazine off the shelf and give them that. And then a couple of days later, they'll pop up on the forum. And it's lovely. It's a really good thing.
It's good stuff. Listen, I'll close off now, but I think we do have to give credit. Now, I commented earlier on to you about this wonderful big display stand. And I think as the editor of the magazine, you need to give public thanks to the design team.
This is Mr. Alex Deuce.
Alex Deuce, all of the man at the moment.
All of his work, he slaves over this design. I mean, he's the man that makes these covers look so pretty every single issue. He does a terrific amount of work. He's also our Facebook moderator, so if you sign up for our Facebook group, then Alex will be there pretty much every hour that's available.
That's a point.
Questions.
You're on Facebook. Are you on Twitter?
We've just joined Twitter Revolution.
Breaking news,
absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Genealogy tips, I think.
Is that what it is?
Remember that.
Hashtag genealogy tips.
Done genealogy tips because your family tree seems to be taken by somebody we don't know who.
I can't comment. Oh, I should add, by the way. I'm sorry, Alex. There's no sign of a pay rise on the back of that. I just,
appraisals in the summer, Alex.
There you go then, Alex. Okay. Listen, Tom, thanks very much. It's your first show, isn't it?
It is, and I'm enjoying it enormously.
Well, good. I hope you have a good 3 days and all the rest of it. And I'm sure we'll be swapping again soon at some point.
I'm sure. See you soon, Chris.
All right. Cheers, Tom.
Thank you.